think others will join at the meantime. So last time what we did, we discussed about programming languages and what you can do using programming languages and what are the applications and what actually a programming language is going to do and what's a compiler, how we can get something done from the computer. So that's the purpose of using this kind of what you call programming languages, and I discussed about those things, right? So then thereafter we got the introduction to programming languages, and after that we started discussing about C++ programming language. And after that we discussed about like the applications of programming, applications of C++ and the purpose of using a programming language, and those kind of things were discussed. And I asked you to like set up the environment by downloading the development environment, integrated development environment. And I hope you all of you are having the development environment, the Due C++. And I have sent you the video and the materials of the things that we done on last Thursday, right? So you got that, right? You got the materials through the common mail, right?
Yes, sir. We got it.
So I hope that you have somehow download this development environment and install it in your computers. So we are ready to go with the programs, and we are ready to like implement codes, right? So last time we basically wrote a simple example where we actually write some codes in C++. Using C++, we wrote how to display messages in a command prompt, right? A terminal. So we used the cout command, and we displayed some messages. So that's what we did on last time, right? And from today onwards, I'm going to move on to some advanced applications, and also we are going to move on to some advanced codes as well, right? So the first topic today is about variables. So I'm going to discuss about how to create variables in C++ and how to get something done using these kind of variables, right? Okay, so basically we have to, before going on to that, I need to like I need to like give you some like introduction to two things: identifiers and keywords. So there are two main things in, if you take a code in C++, there are two main things, right? So the words inside words in a C++ code, right? So whatever the content that we are going to find in a C++ code and also in other programming languages as well, there are two things: identifiers and keywords, right? Identifiers and keywords. So basically these keywords and commands, you can say, right? So they are like they're standard, right? So let me show you some code. I think they are there, right here. Now you can see there are lots of things here, right? So these things, right, include, right, using namespace, right, void, int, struct, int, float, right, if, true, while, return, void, right, and cout. Now the things that highlighted in green, so they are keywords. What do you mean by keywords? That means like they are standard words or standard commands, or standard we can say standard words in a programming language. I mean, to be exact, the C++. That means like they have their own definition. That means like void means something, right? Int means something, struct means something. දැන් ඔය මම highlight කරපුවා keywords. ඒවා standard. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ programming language එකට තියෙන standard ඒවා තමයි ඒවා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ වගේ මොකක් හරි දෙයක් වෙනවා. මොකක් හරි commands වගේ නැත්නම් statements අපි කියනවා. Right? And the things that I'm going to highlight in probably, let's say, this orange color, right? So function one, and this global structure one, object one, not main, yeah, main also, and these things, and yeah, so this function one, right? So these are called identifiers. So what are the difference between identifier and if you take a keyword? So identifiers are user-defined names, right? So that's how we are going to identify it. Identifiers are user-defined names. So we are giving, like, we can define identifier. That means, let's say for this one, this global or this function one, we can give our own name, right? We can use our own name. That means we can give any name we like. දැන් මේ function 1 කියන එක නැත්තම් මේ global කියන මෙන්න මේවට අපිට මේ local කියන එක මේවට අපිට කැමති නම් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. අන්න ඒ වගේ අපි කැමති නම් දෙන ඒවාට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ identifiers කියලා. Right? Not user, I mean not keywords, right? Two main things, keywords and identifiers. So keywords are the standard words, right? අර programming language එකේ තියෙන standard වචන වලට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ keywords කියලා. ඊළඟට the user defined words or user defined names, right? So they are called variables, sorry, identifiers, right? So they are called identifiers. So two main things available, right? And yes, so identifiers and keywords, this contains some several keywords available in C++, right? So you can see several keywords available in C++. And the other thing, now there's a standard definition, right? And there's a standard usage of these keywords. So we will talk about these things in detail, but for now, keep that thing idea in mind. And identifiers, like we can, so here's the important point. Identifier is a user-defined, yes, user-defined item or user-defined name used to identify a variable, function, class, module, or any other user-defined item, right? So you are not familiar, or we haven't covered the what is a function, right? So we don't know about these things. Right? You don't know about these things. You don't know about functions. You don't know about class. You don't know about modules, right? So you don't know about these things. So we will eventually cover these topics, right? So we will eventually cover these topics, but today we will talk about variables. So then you will understand the term variable. And the thing is, now for variables, functions, classes, and modules, we can give our own name. We can give our own defined name. අපිට කැමති නමක් දෙන්න පුළුවන් variables වලට, functions වලට, classes වලට, modules වලට, ඒ වගේ දේවල් වලට. Right? So don't worry about what are functions, what are classes, what are modules. Just keep that in mind. But I will start discussing about variables now, right? Variables. And yeah, so the things that I'm going to discuss, like under identifiers, will be applicable for variables, function, classes, and modules, right? Okay. So yeah. So right. Yeah. So now we are going to discuss about variables. So this is one of the most important things, one of the most important concepts coming under any programming language, right? Any programming language. So one of the most, or one of the very important concept called variables, right? A variable. So I'll show you an example. I'll show you an example here. So let me get a new code and yeah, so let me show you the screen. Right. So I'm in Vue C++, and yes, so then I'm going to get a new code, and this will be saved in a folder Let me create a folder like OP session 2, right? Okay, so let me create a new folder again inside this folder called codes, right? And I'm going to save this as 1.0 variables. I'm just giving a name, right? 1.0 variable. Okay, so then let me quickly type a code, right? So last time also I mentioned that don't worry about what are the what is this IO stream include and what is the uh, purpose and what is the usage of using namespace std, right? So don't worry about these things. I told you that we will discuss about these things in like coming weeks, right? So what you want to focus is whatever thing inside this main function, right? So this is called the main function. And how we are going to identify the boundaries of the main function. I told you like we have the starting and the ending curly bracket, right? So the starting and the ending curly bracket is there. So that's how we are going to identify the boundary of the main function. So what we are going to do, we are whatever thing we want to write, I mean the set of instructions we are going to provide, so they will be included in the main function, right? So they will be included inside the main function. So keep that thing in mind. Whatever the statements, whatever the set of instructions, whatever the instruction or whatever the statements and whatever the code we are going to write will be written inside this main function, right? The main function එක ඇතුලේ තමයි අපි හැම වෙලේම code එකක් ලියන්නේ, right? මේවා ගැන එච්චර හිතන්න එපා. මොකද්ද main function එක කියන්නේ කියලා දැනට හිතන්න එපා. මොකද්ද using namespace td and what is IO stream, these things. So don't worry about those things. We will discuss about those things. But you have to keep in mind whatever the set of instructions. So you know that we are like basically writing set of instructions, right? So we are basically writing set of instructions, and that's how we are going to implement a code, or we are going to like get something done from the computer. So that code, that set of lines, or that set of statements should be written inside this main function. And how we are going to identify the boundary, I discussed this last time as well. So you have this starting curly bracket and also the ending curly bracket, right? So that's how we are going to identify the boundary. So whatever the thing that you are going to include inside or in between these curly bracket, right? So they will be inside the body of the main function, right? Keep that thing in mind. And so we are going to write the statements, whatever the statements inside this main function. And so this syntax is important. That means you have to keep and keep a tab when you are writing this code, right? So in any block, now this is a block, you know, right? So starting curly bracket, it's a set of statements covered by a curly bracket, pair of curly brackets. That's called a block. I discussed about this thing last time. And so if you are going to like write something inside a block, you have to definitely, I mean, this is not only for the main function. Everything we are going to cover now, loops, decision making. So we will cover these things in coming like sessions. So what you need to highlight is that you need to keep and tab when you are going to type something inside the block. Block එකක් ඇතුලේ මොකද්ද block එකක් කියන්නේ? starting curly bracket සහ closing curly bracket pair එකක් තියෙන code එක කියන්නේ area එකකට තමයි කියන්නේ block එකක් කියලා. block එක ඇතුලේ මොකක් හරි ලියනවා නම් block එක ඇතුලේ මොකක් හරි ඔයාලා ලියනවා නම් ඒක ලියන්න ඕනේ අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම tab එකක් තියලා. You need to have a tab, or you need to provide a tab when you are going to write something inside the main, right? Okay, so let me create a variable. So this is how we are going to create a variable, right? Int x, right? So this is how we are going to create a variable. Now I just created a variable, and that name of that variable is x. Now this is identifier. Identifier. So identifiers are basically like variables. It could be a function, class, module, right? Those kinds. So anyway, here I created a variable. Now the variable name is x, right? So the variable name is x. You can give your own name, right? Like a variable 1 or my variable, right? Anything. You can give your own name, right? You can give your own name. So I just created a variable, right? And this is how we are going to create a variable. And what you need to like identify here, these points. Now, this is called the data type of the variable. This is called the data type of the variable, and this is called the name of the variable, right? Name of the variable, right? So this is the data type of the variable, and this is the name of the variable. So two things, right? Data type and the name of the variable. So two things are there, and yeah. So basically, that what it is, right? Data type and the name of the variable. So when you are going to create a variable, you have to provide always the data type and the name of the variable. So we have several data types, not only int විතරක් නෙමෙයි තියෙන data type, තව data types තියෙනවා, right? So this could be like int, right? It could be int, or it could be float, right? So there is something called float. These are data types: float, string, char, right? So these are some of, not all, right? Some of the data types. Then data type කියන මම කිය int අපි හදලා සාමාන්‍යයෙන් හදන්නේ මම int name of the variable. ඔය int කියන එක වෙනවා int කියන එකට අපි කියන්නේ data type එක කියලා. ඊළඟට දාන එකට අපි කියනවා name of the variable කියලා. variable එකේ නම. මේ data type එකට දාන එකට අපිට data type, like we can have several data types like int, float, strings, char. So several data types are available, right? Not only int, right? So anyway, now here for this example, I am going to create an integer type variable, right? So it's called an integer type variable, int myva. So myva is the name again, and like int is the data type, right? Data type. So we have an integer type variable here, right? So what happens actually, now when we are going to do this, right? So when you are going to run this code, actually this like when it says like we are going to run this code, or when it says like we are going to compile this code, what's going to happen actually, like in this will be run on your RAM, right? So usually the program is running on the RAM, or like the program is executed actually inside the RAM. So what's going to happen here basically, like you know that but I mean you have your RAM in your computer, right? So these all the programming, all the codes that we are going to execute, so they will be created, or the data types, or these variables will be created in the RAM, right? They will be created in the RAM. So keep that thing in mind. Now, what's going to happen exactly, right? What's going to happen exactly here? Now, right? Right. So now assume this is your RAM. Assume this is your RAM. I mean, like the free space of your RAM, right? Abhi to RAM make kiyala, and let me assume that another thing, right? Let me assume another thing. Now let's assume this is your RAM, and let me assume that this cell, one of this cell represent a byte. So this represent a byte. Let's say this represent a byte. A single cell is representing a byte, let's say, right? Understood? Okay, so yes, yes. So it represents. Let's say it represent 1 byte. Now the thing here is that now you have your RAM like 2 GB RAM and 4 GB, right? and 8 GB, 12 GB. Likewise, you have like your RAM in different type of memories, right? So different type of memory spaces are available in your RAM. RAM 2 GB RAM එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, 4 GB වෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? 8 GB, 12 GB. මේ වගේ RAM තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මෙතන අපි තියෙන්නේ මෙතන අපි කියනවා අපි වාගේ RAM එකේ තියෙන free space එකක් කියලා අපි assume කරමු. That means what? So I will show you an example. So let's say that when you are like turning on your, when you are getting your task manager in your computer. So let me quickly show you this thing. Okay. Okay, give me a second. I will get this back. All right. Yeah. Anyway, now I lost. Yeah. Anyway, fine. I will show you this this one first, and let me. Yeah. Okay. I can't probably. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let me. I wanted to show you the task manager, but unfortunately, I can't show you due to some issue. Anyway, right? Right. So what I wanted to highlight here. Now, your RAM, you have free memory, right? So let's say like your RAM is 12 GB, right? So 12 GB is not used all the times, right? So there are some free space. I mean, most of the space is free, right? So let's assume that this is some part of your RAM. Right? So what I want to point out here, like if you assume 1 byte, this one cell as a 1 byte, අපි හිතමු මේක cell එකක එක byte එකක් කියලා represent කරන්න ඔයාගේ RAM එකේ, right? So let's assume this is your RAM and one part of your RAM, and this represent 1 byte. So what's going to happen actually, right? When you are going to create this kind of a variable, so this is how we are going to create a variable int myvar. So this is the name. So actually what's going to happen in your RAM, so there will be like 4 bytes, right? So one is 1 byte, so 4 bytes of your unallocated memory, that means free memory, right? 4 bytes from your free memory, or other words I can say 4 bytes from unallocated memory in your RAM, right, will be taken and it will be reserved, right? So it will be reserved for my variable, right? මෙන්න මේ byte 4ක් මොකද වෙන්නේ reserve වෙනවා මෙන්න මේ my variable කියන එකට int කියලා හැදුවා, right? මම කතා කරන්නේ int කියලා හැදුවාම මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ කියලා, right? int කියලා හැදුවාම මෙතන like 4 bytes will be reserved, right? So 4 bytes will be reserved for this myvar, and like from your unallocated memory from your RAM, right? From the unallocated memory of your RAM එකේ unallocated memory එකෙන් free memory එකෙන් 4ක් bytes 4ක් reserve කරගන්නවා එක ළඟ තියෙන byte 4ක් reserve කරනවා myva කියලා. Right? Understood? So that's when I mean when you are going to create something like int myva. Now you can give any name, int x, int y, int a, int bb, right? Anything, any name you can give, right? So then what's going to happen, right? So then now, as I mentioned, this is a variable, right? This is a variable. That means you know what's a variable, right? මොකද්ද variable එක කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයා දන්නවා. So what's going to happen here, right? So what's going to happen here now? When you are going to create an int variable, that means, right? So what's the specialty about an int variable? An int variable can save, or an int variable can hold an integer, right? An int variable can hold an integer. What do you mean by integer? පූර්ණ සංඛ්‍යා කියලා අපි කියන්නේ. ඔය variable එකට ඔය myva කියලා හදපු එකට පුළුවන් පූර්ණ සංඛ්‍යාවක් save කරගන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් පූර්ණ සංඛ්‍යාවක් hold කරගන්න. පූර්ණ සංඛ්‍යාවක් assign කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So that means what I can do now, you know, this is int myva. That means since this is int, there will be 4. මේක int හින්දා byte 4යි. මම අනිත් ඒවා ගැන කතා කරන්නම් bytes කීයක් reserve වෙනවද කියලා. int නම් byte 1යි. sorry byte 4යි. ඒ byte 4 reserve කරගන්නේ unallocated memory එකෙන්. So this will be reserved from the unallocated memory, and it will be reserved for myva, or the variable, my variable, whatever the name you are going to give. And then what I can do, simply I can so I can simply assign an value like this myva. I can make it equal to some value, right? I can make it equal to some value. So what happens here, let me so let me basically right. So the data type and the so the data type and the name of the variable, right? So when I'm going like now I have first declared the variable, my variable. My variable declare kala. So this is the first thing happens. So then this kind of thing will be happen, right? That means from your like 4 bytes from your unallocated memory, 4 bytes from your unallocated memory will be reserved for myva, right? So it will be reserved for myva. The name is myva. Then the second thing, I can assign a value to this variable. දන්නවනේ variable කියන්නේ වෙනස් වෙන value එකක් නේද? මම ඔය variable එකට එක value එකක් assign කරනවා, right? So now what's going to happen? 10 will be saved here, right? 10 will be saved, right? So 4 bytes. ඔය 4 bytes ඇතුලේ ඔය 10 කියන එක save වෙනවා, right? So can someone tell me how this 10 will be saved in this inside this 4 bytes? මේ byte 4 ඇතුලේ කොහොමද ඔය 10 කියන value එක save වෙන්නේ? කාටරි idea එකක් තියන්න? Anyone? Can you guess how this 10 will be saved inside this 4 bytes? මේ bytes 4 ඇතුලේ කොහොමද save වෙන්නේ කියලා idea එකක් තියන්නද කාටරි? Yes, anyone?
අර කලින් දවසේ කිව්වා වගේ සර් මේ byte week වලින් වෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා.
Yes, good, very good. Now that's what happens actually, right? So that's what happened. Now I mean 1 byte. So what's the smallest memory unit? The smallest memory unit? මොකද්ද? byte එකට වඩා තව පොඩි මොකක් හරි memory unit එකක් ගන්න අතකද ඔයාලට? Yes, exactly, bit, right? So how many bits are there for 1 byte?
8.
Yes, 8 bits, right? Good, 8 bits. So what's going to happen now? Here, this is 4 bytes. That means actually there are 32 bits, right? So there are, to be exact, there are 32 bits, right? There are 32 bits available inside this 4 bytes, right? So we can say like we can we can explain it like, okay, so 4 bytes, right? So let me write 4 bytes. That means it is 32 bits, right? 32 bits. So like I'm not saying that there are 32 bits, but assume that there are 32 bits, right? මම කියන්නේ දැන් මෙතන මම bits 32ක් sorry bit 32ක් තියෙනවා කියලා මම කියන්නේ නැහැ. හැබැයි assume කරන්න you can assume that there are 32 bits, right? And if that is the case, right? එහෙමනම් case එක, so this represent, so this is, let's say, the 0 bit, and let's say this is the 31 bit. සාමාන්‍ය අපි computer වලදී බිංදු එකේ ඉඳන් නෙමෙයි යන්නේ බිංදු ඉඳන්නේ, right? So that means 0 to 31, right? So that what that so what this means, right? So what this means, like this is representing 2 to the power 0, this is representing 2 to the power 1, this is representing 2 to the power 2, this is representing 2 to the power 3, this is representing 2 to the power 4, likewise this is representing 2 to the power 31, right? So what happens, the 10 will be saved as I mentioned last time as well, right? So it will be saved like right, and all the zeros, right? then මොකද වෙන්නේ දෙකේ බින් නෑ මෙතන sorry මේක නෙමෙයි not like that. Okay, right, so anyway, yeah, so it's like this. Like this, right? So it's like 0, 2, 0, 8, and all the other zeros, like, so if we add them up, it's 10, right? Understood. So that's how this variable will be saved. So what's a variable basically? When you are going to create a variable, we need to have two things, the data type and the variable name. අපිට දෙකක් දෙන්න වෙනවා. ඉස්සලාම data type එක අපි දෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි දෙනවා variable එකේ නම. So data type and the variable name. So then you can assign values to those variables. So what happens when you are going to declare a variable, like we have several data types. So how many bytes will be reserved is dependent on the data type. Bytes කීයක් reserve වෙනවද කියන එක depend වෙන data type එක මත. So let's assume that's int. So in int there will be 4 bytes reserved, right? So 4 bytes reserved. So then what we can do, we can assign a variable, we can assign a variable to the, we can assign a value to the variable, right? So we can assign a value to the variable. So when you are going to assign a value like 10, right? And so it will be saved like this, right? So in your RAM, from your unallocated memory, in your RAM, 4 bytes will be reserved, and whatever the variable that you are going to, like, whatever the value that you are going to assign, right, that will be saved in that reserved memory. And to be exact, this is how it will be saved, right? This is how it will be saved. Understood, right? So basically the variables, we can use these variables, right, for what? To store values. Variables තියෙන්නේ values store කරගන්න, right? Variable තියෙන්නේ values store කරගන්න. So if you need to store some value, store a value, then we have to use a variable, right? Understood. So the thing is now, there are several main types of variables available, right? Data types available. The first one is int, and the second one is float, and the third one is char, and the third one is char, and the fourth one is string, right? String. So Yeah, so third one is basically we have to shift it here, right? Understood. So int, float, char, and string, right? So basically, here the thing is now uh, this is the important point. These data types, right? So now again, as like if you variables are used to save values, right? Store values. අපි මොකක් හරි program එක ඇතුලේ අපිට values store කරගන්න ඕන නම් මොකක් හරි value එකක් අපිට store කරගන්න ඕන නම් කොහේ හරි, right? අපේ program එක ඇතුලේ අපේ code එක ඇතුලේ අපිට value එකක් කොහේ හරි store කරගන්න ඕන නම් අපිට use කරන්න වෙනවා variables. So variables are used in order to save or hold values from values in our code. අපේ code එකේ values save කරගන්න තමයි අපි variables use කරන්නේ, right? So thing is now when you are going to create a variable, right? So when you are going to create a variable, you have to like keep in mind, you have to uh, worry about two things: the data type and the name. So name is nothing. Name you can give any name. Name of the variable you can give any name you as you like. Right? But the most important thing is the data type. So we have several main data types. Like these are the main. We have some others as well, but these are the main. The first one is int, float, char, and string. So those are the main types of data types available. So int is basically used for variables where you are going to save, right? Where you are going to save integers. So what do you mean by integers? Right? What are the integers? Integers is basically, but you know, right? Integers. පූර්ණ සංඛ්‍යා කියලා කියන්නේ. ඔයාලට කෝඩ් එක ඇතුලේ කොහේ හරි පූර්ණ සංඛ්‍යාවක් සේව් කරගන්න ඕන නම් ඔයා integer එකක් තමයි හදන්න ඕනේ. Integer variable එකක් තමයි හදා ගන්න ඕනේ, right? Float. So float is when if you want to save like values with decimal points, right? දශම සංඛ්‍යා, right? දශම සංඛ්‍යා තියෙනකොට ඒක save කරන්න අපි දාන්නේ float variables. අපි දශම සංඛ්‍යාවක් අපිට save කරගන්න ඕන නම් අපි float variable තමයි හදන්න ඕනේ, right? And the other thing, right, for this is char is for characters. So what do you mean by characters? Right? What do you mean by characters? So characters basically symbols, right? Letters, symbols, letters, uppercase, lowercase letters, and numbers. Characters කියන්නේ letters, numbers, and symbols. Right? So strings, what do you mean by string? String is a word or a sentence. Right? So it can be a word or it can be a sentence. Right? Right? දැන් ඔයාලට කෝඩ් එකේ මොහා හරි value එකක් save කරගන්න ඕන නම් ඔයා මං කිව්වා use කරන්නේ variables. එතකොට ඒකත් අපි බලන්න ඕනේ අපි මොන වගේ value එකක්ද අපිට save කරගන්න. අපිට පූර්ණ සංඛ්‍යාවක් save කරගන්න නම් අපිට integer එකක් හදා ගන්න ඕනේ. අපිට decimal value තියෙන එකක් save කරගන්න ඕන අපි float එකක් හදන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි දශම සංඛ්‍යාව. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට character එකක් නම් ඒ කියන්නේ letter එකක්, number එකක්, එහෙම නැත්නම් symbol එකක් නම් අපිට save කරගන්න තියෙන්නේ. අපි හදා ගන්න char type variable එකක්. අපිට වචනයක් එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට පැරග්‍රාෆ් එකක් එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට sentence එකක් save කරගන්න ඕන නම් අපි හදන්නේ string type එකේ. Understood? Right? Understood. Okay, so now right, got it. So let me quickly like now you can do it like this or else you can do it like this as well. Right? So let me do it like this. So I can print myvar is right. So we just create an integer type variable and we assign 10 here. Right? We assign 10 here, right? So if you run this, so you can see myvar is 10. නේද? අපි මොකද කරන්නේ? myvar කියලා අපි print කරලා අපි ඊට පස්සේ myvar කියන variable එක විතර print කරලා තියෙනවා, right? So myvar. So myvar is 10, right? Understood? So you can do it like this, or else you can do it like this as well. Right, so you can do it like this as well, right? So when you are going to create it, you can assign this value at the same time, right? You can first create the variable and later you can assign the value. Or else what you can do, you can assign the value at the declaration point, right? At the same time, right? So anyway, so this will also work, right? You can see myvar is 10. Now what I wanted to highlight here is this is a variable. That means what? You can always change this value. Now let me change this and print it again, right? So here what you can do, like we can first declare it and later we can change that value. So this is what I mean, variable, right? So this myvar is a variable. That means what? Now here what's going to happen? This will be like removed, right? This will be removed, this 10 will be removed, and 20 will be assigned here, simply. Right? So 20 will be assigned here. Understood, right? 20 is assigned here. Got it? 10 will be removed and 20 will be assigned, right? So let us run this and see. Right? So I created the variable and I printed it, and then I changed it and I printed it again, right? So now you have to understand these things. Why? I mean, you know these things. I told you last time as well, right? So this is yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Sir.
Sir, may උඩම sir int කියලා දාලා තියෙනවනේ sir. ඒක නිසාද equal 20 කියලා තියෙන එකට int කියලා දාන්නේ නැත්තේ?
නෑ මෙහෙමයි. ඔව්. ඔව්. මේ හොඳ ප්‍රශ්නයක්. දැන් මෙතන int myvar. දැන් මේ කරන්නේ අපි declaration එක. මේකට අපි කියන්නේ declare කරනවා කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතනින් තමයි variable එක හදන්නේ. right? ඒ කියන්නේ මේක තමයි අපි දැන් මෙතනත් එහෙමයි. මෙතන int myvar කියලා දැදුනහම තමයි අර variable එක හැදෙන්නේ. right? variable එක හැදුනට පස්සේ අපිට ඒක නමින් කෙලින්ම access කරන්න පුළුවන්. right? ඒ කියන්නේ මේක එකපාරයි කරන්න ඕනේ. එකපාරක් declare කරාම RAM එකේ එක හැදෙනවා. right? RAM එකේ හැදිලා RAM එකේ save වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ save වුණ තැනට දැන් අර මම කලින් කරලා පෙන්නන්නේ. දැන් මෙතන like දැන් RAM එකේ හැදුනට පස්සේ මේක අපිට ඕන විදිහට වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේක 20 30 ඕන value එකක් අපිට දාන්න පුළුවන්, right? So first we have to declare it. Once it declared, it will be there in the RAM, right? Until your code is terminated. Code එක close කරනකම්, right? run වෙන එක close කරනකම් ඒක RAM එකේම තියෙනවා. අපිට value එක වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන් ඕන වෙලාවට. Right? So
yes හරි
this will be done only once. Okay, right? Yes, so what I wanted to highlight here now, yeah. So first we are going to assign it to 20, right? So this is where, I mean, here you can do it as this as well. First declare and then change the value, right? Or else you can declare and at the same time you can assign the value. Anyway, after that you can anytime you can change the value inside this variable. RAM එකේ මේක තියෙන තැන value එක ඕන වෙලාවට ඔයාලට ඕන value එකට වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Understood? Right? So when I'm going to print it, so you can see 10 and 20. Right? 10 and 20. So you can change it to any number you want. You can change it to any number you want. Right? Okay, so then the other thing is that yeah, so let me create a new code. And let me do something like this. Int a equal 10. Right? So what I did now in the RAM, I'm going to create four variables: int, float, char, and string type. So the names are A, B, C, and D. Right? A, B, C, and D. So you can give any name here. මෙතන ඔයාලට ඕන කැමති නමක් දෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ, right? But once you have given a name inside the code, you have to refer it by that name. මෙතන නමක් දුන්නාට පස්සේ ඊට පස්සේ නමින් තමයි refer කරන්න ඕනේ ඒක ඕනේ තැන, right? So let me run this and show you. Can you see there's error? So what's the error? Yes, can someone okay, so this is not running. Can someone point me out the error?
Semicolon and as a hello C,
Yes,
C++
good.
in there.
Yes, very good. Now statement terminator. So these are the things that we discussed last time, right? So these should be there. Right? So can you see now? Right? So we have just printed the variables. Now, what's going to happen here? What will happen? What do you think will happen? මොකක් වෙයි කියලාද ඔයා හිතන්නේ?
ඒකට අගයක් කෙනෙක් ගන්න නැති ඒ සමහර.
ඔව් මොකක් හරි ඉෂුවක් වෙනවා. මොකද 10.6 කියන්නේ මෙතන දැන් දශම සංඛ්‍යාවක් නේ අපිට int a කියලා කියන්නේ මෙයාට සේව් කරගන්න පුළුවන් මොකද්ද? integer එකක්. හැබැයි අපි දාන්න යන්නේ 10.6 කියලා දශම සංඛ්‍යාවක්. අර හිතනවා මේක වැඩ කරන්නේ නැති වෙයි මොකක් හරි කේස් එකක් මොකක් හරි ඉෂුවක් වෙයි කියලා හිතනවා. හැබැයි මේක වැඩ කරනවා. But thing is not as we expected. අපි සාගෙන හරි විදිහට නෙමෙයි වැඩ කරන්නේ. So what has happened here? Right? It's not going to consider what? The decimal part. දශම සංඛ්‍යාව දශම part එක මෙයා consider කරන්නේ නැහැ මෙතන. මේක neglect කරලා. So don't think like it's not rounding off, right? මේක අර දශම වටේනවා එකක් නෙමෙයි කරන්නේ. තේරෙනවද? අර වටේනවා කියලා කියන්නේ round off කිරීමක් නෙමෙයි මෙතන කරන්නේ. Round off is not done here, right? It's going to just neglect. It's going to just remove the decimal part. දශම සංඛ්‍යාව කෙලින්ම දශම part එක කෙලින්ම අයින් කරලා දානවා. වටේ අර මේ round off කිරීමක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ, right? So integers like it can only save that. තේරෙනවද නේද? මේ a කියන එකට save කරගන්න පුළුවන් integers විතරයි. Right? Understood? Right? Yes. So any questions? Right? So here like it can save any any character, right? So it can save any character. I mean characters in the sense again letters, numbers, symbols, right? Letters, numbers and symbols. So those are the characters. So even you can, right? You can assign numbers into char. Yes. Any questions?
සර් මේ
Yes, Sahan.
සර් උතරක් මේ කෝඩ් කියලා තියෙන එකේ අර පිළිවෙල තියෙනවානේ ABCD කියලා ඒ පිළිවෙල වෙනස් කරොත් මෙතන රන් වෙන එකේ පිළිවෙලත් වෙනස් වෙනවද එන
මෙතන පිළිවෙලද මෙතන පිළිවෙලද?
යට පිළිවෙල සර් කෝඩ් කියලා තියෙන
පිළිවෙල අනිවාර්යෙන්ම දන්නවද? ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් like මේක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම you have to keep this in mind, like these codes will be like executed from top to bottom, line by line වගේ තමයි execute වෙන්නේ. කියන්නේ උඩ ඉඳන් යට තමයි execute වෙන්නේ. ඒතකොට ඉස්සෙල්ලා මේක execute වෙනවා මේ line එක ඊට පස්සේ මේ line එක this line and then this line, right? So that's the order, right? I mean the thing is yes, yeah, so there is a order, right? So I mean it will be executed according to the order from top to bottom. The important point is actually now you are going to see it, right? Now you are going to see it by at once, නේ? ඔයාලට මේ එකපාරම පේනවනේ මෙතන, right? ඒ කියන්නේ, right? So this will be executed but at once. But the thing is it is not, right? So actually this is printed first, right? So this will be printed first. මේක තමයි ඉස්සෙල්ලා print වෙන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ මේක, ඊට පස්සේ මේක, ඊට පස්සේ මේක. But thing is like we are not going to see that delay, right? So we can't see that delay due to like this will be executed in a very I mean high speed, right? So last time I told you like computers are working in a very high speed. Things like their heartbeat is, I told you, right? So 2.4 gigahertz. So that means 2.4 into 10 to the power 9 pulses per second. So that kind of a speed these codes are executing, right? So thing is now, first like A is printed, then B will be printed, then C, then D. But you can't see it, right? Since like we are going to see like it's printed at once, but actually A is printed and then B and then C and then D, right? Anyway, this order matters, right? So order matters since like all the codes will be like executed from top to bottom. ඉස්සලා මේවා ටික කරගෙන ආවිලා තමයි පිළිවෙලට යන්නේ. ඒකට print කරලා තියෙන පිළිවෙලට තමයි print වෙන්නේ. Okay, so then right, so that's it, right? Right? So those are the variables and few important points to be highlighted here. So we have another thing I forgot to discuss about Boolean. So there's a Boolean type as well, right? So Boolean what do you mean a Boolean? So this can only save 0 or 1. Boolean. And char we discussed, and int we discussed, float we discussed, right? We have like a void. Don't worry about void. So void is valueless. That means nothing. So don't worry about void. We will discuss it under functions later, right? Void can gonna consider kandepa. But we have some other thing as called double, right? Double. Double is another variable type, but I discussed about only the main data types. So under the main data types, you need to keep in mind like character, integer, float, and also the strings, right? And double is again double is basically similar to float, right? Float වගේම තමයි හරි පොඩි වෙනසක් තියෙනවා. I will explain that in the next slide, right? So this is the most important thing, right? So you can see now. Don't worry about everything. We will only focus on what we need, right? So we want to like we know about integer, right? So you can see integer 4 bytes, right? 4 bytes, and where's the float? Yes, float again 4 bytes. And double is 8 byte, and there's character. Yes, character is 1 byte, and long. Yes, long int. Right. Actually, we discuss about these things. So we discuss about char, int, float. Right. So this is what you need. Like, but the thing is now, okay. So you can see the bytes. Char is only 1 byte. Char variable එක හදනවා නම් ඒකේ තියෙන්න පුළුවන් byte එකයි. Char variable එක byte එකයි තියෙන්නේ. int එකේ byte 4යි. Float එකේ byte 4යි. Right? Byte 4යි. ඊට පස්සේ අපේ long int සහ double කියලා දෙකක් තියෙනවා. I will explain about those things later. Right? So okay, integer is integer type variables are therefore saving integers, holding integers, and float type variables are therefore including decimal numbers, and char is for characters, right? So you know that thing. And the size of one variable, එක variable එක char එකකින් හදන variable එක size එක byte එකයි, int එකකින් හදන variable එක byte 4යි, float එකකින් හදන එකත් byte 4යි, right? Okay. My question, like, can you imagine what's the maximum number a integer can hold? Okay, let me like ask it like simple question. What's the minimum number? No. What's the maximum number an integer can hold? An integer variable can hold? Anyone?
Zero?
I mean the maximum value, value එක Yes?
One.
So how many bytes are there? How many bits are there in an integer variable? How many bits are there? Yes? How many bits are there in an integer variable? Yes? Bits කීයක් තියෙනවද integer variable එක? මම අදලත් පෙන්නුවා දැන්.
32 bits.
32 bits right
32
ඔව් එතකොට ඉතින් maximum value එක වෙන්නේ කොහමද ඔය හැම 32 එකට මොකද කරන්න ඕනේ අපි yes මේ හැම එකටම එක දාගෙන ගියාම මොකද වෙන්නේ ඒවත් පිටි වගේ පේන්නේ මේ හැම එකටම අපි හැම ඒ කියන්නේ හැම බිට් එකම 32ක් තියෙනවා 32 හැම එකටම එක දාගෙන ගියොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ so that's the maximum number so how we are going to calculate it huh so it will be basically 32 minus 1 දෙකේ 32 බලය අඩු කිරීම 1 අයි මම එහෙම කියන්නේ ඒකත් බොහොම සරල දෙයක් නේ අපි හිතමුකෝ හරි අයි බයිට් 4ක් ගමුකෝ මේ බයිට් 4 වැඩියම දාන්න පුළුවන් නම්බර් එක මොකක්ද මම මේ වෙනම එක්සැම්පල් එකක් කියන්නේ මේ නම්බර් එක මොකද්ද 2.0 2.1 2.2 2.3 මොකද්ද මේ නම්බර් එක 1 2 4 8 නේද මේ කියන්නේ කීයද 15යි නේද sorry මේ කීයද 12යි ඔව් 15යි right so it's 15
15යි sir
oh 15 is equal to 2 into the 4 minus 1 නේද නේද දෙකේ 4 අඩු කිරීම එකක් නේද 15 කියන්නේ නැද්ද
yes sir
yes right so it's always there right ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතන bit 4ක් තියෙනවා නම් හැම වෙලේම අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් වැඩිම value එක කොහමද මෙතන 3 කියන්නේ මෙතන bit 4ක් නම් දෙකේ 4 අඩු කිරීම 1 right ඔක ඕන එකට valid ඒ කියන්නේ අපි හිතමුකෝ හරි අපි හිතමුකෝ මෙහෙම 3ටත් valid right 3ට මොකද්ද 1 1 1 so මම මේ කියන්නම් බලන්න නැතුව maximum value එක 3යිනේ එහෙනම් දෙකේ 3 අඩු කිරීම 1 දෙකේ 3 කියන්නේ 8යි 8 එකක් අඩු කළාම 7යි බලමු 7 දෙන්නේ කියලා 1 1 1 දෙකේ බිංදුව දෙකේ 1 දෙකේ 2 ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතන 1යි 2යි 4යි හරිනේ 7යි right so here also 2 into the power 32 minus 1 right understood I mean these are not there in your question right but I'm just like explaining you right and the thing is now this is when unsigned right unsigned means like in unsigned integers like you can save only positive numbers right මේක save කරන්න පුළුවන් positive numbers විතරයි කියන්නේ unsigned වෙලාවට unsigned int එක unsigned int එක save කරන්න පුළුවන් positive විතරයි වැඩිම එක තමයි හැම එකටම එක දාගෙන ගියාම වැඩිම එක තමයි මේ එන්නේ මෙන්න මේක 2.32 ගුණ කිරීම අඩු කිරීම 1 right මොකක් හරි එන value එක හැබැයි අපි negative values save කරන්න එපා we need to save the negative values so in that case so the first byte will be reserved right this පළවෙනි byte එක ගන්නෙ නෑ right the first byte is reserved here that means like what you have to do now in the first byte is reserved that means this is basically kept for the sign right so this will be kept for the sign that means like right only 31 bytes will be used right 31 bytes will be used and the 30 I mean yeah so this will be 30 and this will be 31st right and this is 0 1 2 likewise so 31 is basically now will be reserved for sign that means when this is 0 that said this is a positive number so the positive number will be represented by other 31 bytes මෙන්න මේ byte ටිකෙන් තමයි positive number එක represent කරන්නේ මෙයා බිංදුව දැම්මොත් කියන්නේ positive එක කියලා right so then here like when it is 1 right so then this is 1 then it's considered a negative right then this 7 bytes will represent the number තේනවද පළවෙනි එක එක දැම්මොත් ඍණ කියලා ගන්න. ඒකෙන් තමයි ඍණ කියලා මේවා කරන්නේ. ඉතුරු 7න් තමයි කියන්නේ මොකද්ද වැලියු එක කියලා. sorry ඉතුරු 30න්. ඉතුරු 31න් ඇත්තටම. right? So that's how to like create the sign. So the first will be reserved for the sign, positive or the negative number. Right? Okay, so that's not important. I just explain it for your knowledge, right? And yeah, so what do you mean by double? Now in double and long int, int like it has 4 bytes. In long int, you can have 8 bytes, right? 8 bytes. So in long int, you can have 8 bytes. That means if you need like, and also here the number is also given, right? So the minimum and maximum numbers, can you see? So if you like, if you are using an integer, so this is the value range, the minimum and the maximum value you can save, right? But here, if you can, I mean, if you need to like, if you need to save a big value than that, right? A big value than that, what you need to do, you can use the long int. So in the long int, what will happen? You have 8 bytes, right? Not 4, 8 bytes. So it will have this kind of a range, right? Yeah, give me a second. Right, so yeah, right. So if you want to like, actually you don't need like මෙන්න මේ වගේ ලොකු value එකක් අපිට save කරගන්න ඕන වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් අපිට integers ඇති. right? අර ඊට වඩා ලොකු value save කරගන්න මොකක් හරි requirement එකක් වෙනවා. Then you can use long int. Right? And also in double, what's the case? Now in float, it's giving 4 bytes. That means you can save only like 7 digits. ඒ කියන්නේ දශම සංඛ්‍යාවත් එක්කම ඔක්කොම digit 7යි save කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඊට වඩා ලොකු number එකක් save කරන්න, right? So if you need like if you want to like, if you need to save a big value, floating point value, then you can use double, right? But then in කියන range වල ලොකු value එකක් save කරන්න long int. අර float එකේ තියෙන්නේ දෙන්නේ digits 7යි. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔක්කොම digit 7යි save කරන්න පුළුවන් දශම සංඛ්‍යාව. හැබැයි double දාලා ඔයාලට ඕන නම් කීයද 15ක්. You can use 50 digits, right? But in usual case, we can use integers and float in our applications. අපේ applications වලට හොඳටම ඇති integer ui float ui, right? හැබැයි integers වල ලොකු ඔය range වල ලොකු එකක් use කරන long int you can use, and if you need a big decimal point value, then you can use double, right? And char is for characters, right? So now you need to have a, I mean, you need to have a question. What a question like දැන් එන්න ඕන ආව නැතුණාද? What's the question? Like you need to have a problem here, like char. So how characters and symbols and letters are saved? කොහොමද ඔය symbols වි characters වි කොහොමද save වෙන්නේ ඔය byte 8 ඇතුළත? Sorry, byte මෙන්න මේ එක byte එකෙන් තියෙන char එක කොහොමද මේ char එකේ මේ byte එකක් කියන්නේ bit 8යි. right? මේ byte bit 8 ඇතුළත කොහොමද save වෙන්නේ char එක? I mean letters, symbols and other stuff. Yes, any idea?
So by using
square
ASCII,
0.
Yes. What the?
by using ASCII method.
Yes, exactly. Good. Now it's used something called ASCII values. Right? It used something called ASCII values. So what do you mean by ASCII table? Right? So this is what you call the ASCII table. Now can you see? Now each number is given, right? So actually now we have to start it from, I think, yeah, most probably 27. Right, so this is our range basically. Right, so can you remember now? Can you understand? Yeah, I mean.
Fiber.
Understood, right? So here, right? So 33, I saw these symbols likewise. Hammer number again, hammer character එකම number එකක් තියෙනවා. Integer number එකක්, right? So it's like this. Let me show you. Right. So let me get a new code. Right. Okay. Right. So right. So I will run this and explain. Right. So can you see now? Right. So what I just did here, I printed the variable. So x is printed, and here I'm going to print the integer. Like I'm going to convert this variable into an integer. That means my character integer eකට convert කරලා print. Because this is called casting. So I'm going to print this variable as an integer. කියන්නේ value එකක් විදිහට මම print කරලා බැලුවාම එන්නේ 120. So what mean that? What do you mean by that? Can you see 120? Yes. Can you see 120 is what? Here you can see x, right? 120 is x. So that means like these characters are saved, are like being held using using an integer number actually. Number එකකින් තමයි save වෙලා තියෙන්නේ character එක, right? يعني character එකක් කියලා එයා ඇත්තටම save කරගන්නේ number එකක් විදියට. Right? Understood. Right? Right? So that's how, I mean, this is not necessary මේක කරන්න ඕන දෙයක් නෙවෙයි, මම just කවර කරලා පෙන්නන්නේ මොකද බලන්න පුළුවන් අරකේ අදාළ character එකට අදාළ number එක මොකක්ද කියලා ඔයාලට check කරලා බලන්න පුළුවන්. You can check the number sign for the character, right? Okay, so yes, then like yeah, yes, so this left right value and the right side value is important, right? That means like this is already something that we already did, right? So here always you have to keep this thing in mind always, right? So this is, I mean, all right? So every time this will happen, the right side right? So the right side will be always assigned to the left side. Right side will be assigned to the left side, right? හැම වෙලේම right side එක assign වෙනවා left side එකට. right? ඉතින් ඔය කියන්න දෙයක්වත් නෙමෙයි අපිට තේරෙනවා නේද? ඔය එච්චර ලොකු දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. ඒක තමයි දැන් මෙච්චර කළේ නේද? No, right? See, let me show you an example. See, now in this kind of a case, it will be critical. Okay, so can you tell me when I'm going to print this, what will be variable 1, what will be variable 2? Yes? Yes? Yes, a simple question. දැන් මේ මම variable 1 එකයි variable 2 එකයි print කරනවා. cout command එක use කරලා. ඒතකොට මම අහන්නේ මොනවද print වෙන්නේ කියලා. Yes, quickly. Yes. Yes. I just explain what happens.
Ten and 20.
10 and 20. Okay, others? Yes, what about others? තව කවුරු හරි කියන්න බෑ? Yes, 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 quickly. We're running out of time. Yes, others? I need you to tell the two values, variable 1 and variable 2.
10 and 20.
10 and 20. No. I told you this, right? මම දැන් මේ පොඩ්ඩක් කලින් මම කිව්වනේ මේක මෙහෙම වෙන්නේ කියලා. Right? So the yes, do you have an answer? Yes. Tarundi, yes. No, not answer. Okay. So always like if you are going to like make it equal, අපි මොකක් හරි equal කරනවා නම් මේ වගේ. Right? So what's going to happen? The right side will be assigned to the left side. So what's going to happen? Like simple, right? I mean here, okay. So two variables will be created. Right? Two variables will be created, and they are variable 1, right, and variable 2. At the initialization, we are going to assign two values like 10 and 20. And in the, right, and this line, what we are going to do, we are going to make variable 1 equals to variable 2. අපි variable 2 එක variable 1 එකට equal කරනවා. කියන්නේ එහෙනම් මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ? Left side, right? So the left side and the right side. So what's going to happen? We are going to මං කියවනේ මෙහෙම වෙන්නේ කියලා. දැන් programming languages වල මෙහෙම වෙන්නේ. Programming වලදී මෙහෙම වෙන්නේ. Always left side will be assigned to the right side. Right? So the left side will be assigned to the right side. So what's going to happen? Now 20 will be assigned to this one. That means what? This will be replaced, right? So this will be replaced with 20, right? So what we are going to see now? See, right? Understood, right? Okay, now I'll ask another question again. And I'm going to do something like this. Okay, now can someone guess the output? Yes, quickly.
Only 10.
10 and 10.
Yes, others?
It will be short 10 and 10.
Yes,
10 and 10.
10 and 20. Okay, any other answers? Yes. Yes, any other answers?
10.
10, both 10, right? Again. Okay, right?
20 වෙන්න
20 වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. Both 20. Again.
20 and 10.
20 and 10. Okay, let's see, right? Okay, now you know this. First, we are going to create some variable called variable 1 and another variable called variable 2, right? And we are going to assign initially. So let me go it and do it again. So 20 and 10. Okay. මේක තමයි initially වෙන්නේ, right? ඊට පස්සේ මොකද කරන්නේ? left side එක කියන්නේ variable 2 variable 1 එකට assign කරනවා. එතකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? මෙන්න මේක තියෙන value එක, right? So this value, right? So this value will be assigned to here. That means this will be removed and it will be replaced with 20. මේක replace වෙනවා 20ත් එක්ක, right? ඊට පස්සේ අපි මොකද කරන්නේ? දැන් මෙතන මොකද කරලා තියෙන්නේ? දැන් මෙතනට එනකොට ඕක තමයි වෙලා තියෙන්නේ, right? එතකොට මෙතන මොකද කරන්නේ? මෙතන මොකද කරන්නේ? variable 1 එකේ value එක variable 2 එකට assign කරනවා. දැන් variable 1 එකේ value එක මොකද්ද?
20.
Yes, it's 20 නේද? ඉතින් 20 මොකද කරන්නේ? මෙයාට assign කරනවා. ඉතින් මොකද වෙන්නේ? මෙයාගේ මේක replace වෙනවා 20 ෙන්. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකුත් තුන්නේ නැහැ වගේම තමයි. Right? Understood. See? Right? See the output? Got it, right? So very sensitive points, right? Or you put the දේවල් අල්ල ගන්න. Right. Anyway, okay. Right. So yes. So then, yeah. So then, let us talk about arithmetic operators, right? Arithmetic operators, and like these are the arithmetic operators we are going to consider: the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, and these two will be discussed later, right? These two will be discussed later. We will focus about these 4 or 5 first, right? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus, right? So let me create quickly a new code, and I will save this as let me save this as 2.0 arithmetic and okay. So what are the expected answers? Sorry, I mean, very simple questions, right? But there's a tricky point. That's why I'm asking. What will be the answers?
13,
13, yes. 7 and
7,
30,
30.
30,
yes.
Mm,
The last one?
3.
Last one is 3. Or 3.3.3.
3.333.
3.33, right? Let's see.
3,
3.
3.
Okay.
3, 3.
Yes,
Integer.
it's 3. What's the reason?
Integer.
Now, yes, so this is,
Integer.
yeah, this is what?
Integer.
Integer division, right?
Integer.
Yes, integer division. So it, I mean, actually it's 3.33. But since this is like integers, that part will be neglected, right? Understood. And thing is now, if you make it float, then probably it will work. See, right? So if you convert it to float, then probably it will work. Right? It's working, right? And the other thing is this one, the modulus. The modulus, right? The modulus. So what I mean by modulus is this. Right? So when you are going to divide it, you know, 3 into 3 is 9. Right? So this is called the modulus. Right? The modulus. Right? ඔක තමයි මොඩියුලස් අර මොකක්ද ඔකට කියන්නේ අර මට මතක නෑ නම හරියට. right? Modular remainder of the integer division, right? It's going to give you the remainder අර ඉතිරි ගාන නේද? ලබ්ධිය ශේෂය කියලා කියන්නේ. Remainder after an integer division, right? So let me show you. So what is the remainder here is 1, right? Right. The remainder is 1. So if you divide it by 4, probably the remainder is 2, right? 8යි 4 දෙකක් 8යි තව දෙකක් ඉතුරුයි. Right? So that's the remainder. And quickly one last thing, right? So these are called the arithmetic operators, right? Arithmetic operators. මේ තමයි කියන්නේ අපි arithmetic operators කියලා. Right? Yes, then I will quickly show you another thing.
excuse me sir.
Yes.
sir මේ අපිට උතන මේ integer කියන එක use කරන්න නැතුව float කියන එක දාලා අපිට මොකුත් එහෙ හදාගෙන යන්න බැරිද එහෙම මේ කියන්නේ පූර්ණ සංඛ්‍යාව වුණත් float එකෙන් හදාගෙන ගිය හැකිනේ sir.
පූර්ණ සංඛ්‍යාව වුණත් පුළුවන්. ඔව්. මෙහෙම දෙයක් තියෙනවා. දැන් මෙතන මෙන්න මේ division එක ගන්න ගැන ප්‍රශ්නේ ආවේ අපිට. right? අනිත් ටික හරිනේ division එකේ දැන් ප්‍රශ්නේ එන්නේ දැන් අපි හිතමුකෝ මෙහෙම දෙයක් අපි කියමු කලින් එකම ගමු. right? එතකොට ඔයාලට මෙහෙම කරන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් මේකේ ප්‍රශ්නේ වෙන්නේ මේක run කළාම so the issue here is that we are going to get like the division. Right? The original answer should be like 3.33, but we are getting like 3. The decimal part is removed, just neglected, right? So what we can do here is basically we can convert one of or both of them into float, right? So that is called casting. We can do it like this, right? No need to do the both, right? Not the both, but we can do one. If you like, you can do both, but you can convert one into float, right? So let me like convert this x into a float, right? Let me convert this x into a float, right? So it will work. Or else you can make, you can keep that and you can make this a float, convert to a float. So this is basically converting it to a float, right? You can either convert the numerator, either convert the denominator, or else you can convert the both. දෙකම නැත්තම් එකක් කරා නම් ඇති. නැත්තම් දෙකම කරන්න කරත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. Right? See?
okay sir.
Got it. Okay. So yeah. So what do you mean by this? Yes. දැන් මේක අපි නිකන් mathematical expression එකක් විදිහට හිතුවොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? අපි දැන් mathematical expression එකක් විදිහට මේක හිතුවොත් මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ? Right? So x equal x plus 1, that means what? This will be cancelled off and 0 will be equals to 1, right? දැන් මේක අපි mathematical සාමාන්‍යයෙන් normal expression එකක් විදිහට consider කළොත් එහෙම නේද? හරියන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද එතන පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් එනවා x කපලා අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් right? But the thing is now this is not the thing, right? So I explain you what happens always, right? මම කිව්ව හැම වෙලේම මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ කියලා. මොකද්ද? So always right side will be equals to the, I mean, right side will be assigned to the left side. හැම වෙලේම right side එකේ තියෙන එක left side එකට assign කරන එක තමයි programming වලින් වෙන්නේ. Programming languages වලදී. ඒකයි මේ operator එක මේ equal දාන එකේ වෙන්නේ ඒකයි. මොකද්ද? දකුණු පැත්තේ තියෙන ටික වම් පැත්තේ තියෙන එකට assign කරන එක තමයි කරන්නේ. Right? දකුණු පැත්තේ තියෙන එක වම් පැත්තේ තියෙන එකට assign කරනවා. Right? So what's happened here? Now, what do you mean by x plus 1? Right? X plus 1 is what? 11. Right? Okay, 11 දානවා x ට. එතකොට මොකද එන්නේ? Right? අර x කියලා හදපු variable එක x කියලා හදපු variable එක 10 තියෙන්නේ. අපි x plus 1 කියලා ගන්නවා. මොකක්ද x plus 1 කියලා කියන්නේ? x plus 1 කියලා කියන්නේ 11. ඉතින් මේ 11 ගිහිල්ලා මෙතනට assign කරනවා. Right? Understood? So that's what happens. Right? So if you run this, right? So you can see the x value is, right? And the thing is now, not 1, you can even add 12 or whatever the value you want. Right? Understood? And the other thing is that you can write the same thing like this. මේකම අපේ ලියන්න පුළුවන් මේ විදිහට. Right? You can write the same thing like this as well. Right? X plus plus. අර උඩ එකමයි. Right? අපි run කරලා බලමු. See? Right? And the other thing is that now what will happen here? Yes, what will be the value that you are going to see? Yes, what will be the value that you are going to see or you are going to get here? Yes, anyone? So two statements are given. මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ දැන්? Yes. ඉතින් අපි දෙකම මෙහෙම තිබ්බොත් ඔයාලට කියන්න පුළුවන්ද? Yes. Yes, what's going to happen now? Quickly.
It will show 12, sir, as an answer.
Yes. Right? So x, like first we have 10. And in this line, what we are going to do, right? So we are taking 11 and 11 will be assigned here. And again, we are going to do the same thing, 11 plus 1, right? So it will be 12. So it will be 12 and 12 will be assigned here. Simple, right? So these are like obvious things. Right? And similarly, you have this as well. What? මොකක්ද අනිත් එක right අඩු වෙනවා right x equal x minus 1 right so this says x equal x minus 1 මේකෙන් කියවෙන්නේ x equal x minus 1 කියලාම right understood right okay good now one last thing uh, inputs right so I'm now going to discuss how to get an input from the user right how to get an input from the user right so we know that how to give an output from the user right so we can give an output using this print right the cout right so this is how we are going to give an output from the I mean give an output this is how we are going to give output right so we have already discussed about these things right and yes so this is how we are going to give an output right so now I'm going to discuss how to get an input from the user right user එකෙන් කොහොමද input එකක් ගන්න කියලා තමයි discuss කරන්න යන්නේ so you can use the cout to give outputs to the I mean give an output from the code and you can get input to the code using cin so it's like this you have to always have a variable a proper variable proper in the sense like appropriate variable should be there in order to take a input right right so what I'm going to do I have declared a variable right I have declared a variable called x right and I'm using a new command cin now what's the difference between cin and cout the only difference is like the arrow the direction of the arrow right so it's pointed to the in cout it's pointed from right to left and in cin it's pointed from left to right right so this is taking an input so let me run this and show you the output so then you probably understand what's going to happen here right so nothing happens right what you can see the cursor is blinking here right the cursor is blinking so that means like it's waiting for us right it's waiting for us to enter a value right it's waiting for us to enter a value අපි value එකක් enter කරනකම් මෙයා බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා මම දැන් 10 enter කරන්නේ මොකද වෙන්නේ අපි 10 enter කරපු ගමන් අපි keyboard එකෙන් 10 දීලා enter කරපු ගමන් මොකද වෙන්නේ ඒ 10 මේ scene එකෙන් අරගෙන මොකද කරන්නේ මේ scene එකෙන් මේ 10 අරගෙන මේක pass කරනවා extra මේක extra save කරනවා මේ අපි දෙන value එක keyboard එකෙන් දෙන value එක enter කළාම ඒ 10 අරගෙන මේ extra assign කරනවා ඉතින් x මෙතන ඉඳන් 10යි right ඊට අපි x මෙතන print කළාම x is 10 කියලා වෙනවා right understood right so got it right now you have to keep this thing in mind that like if it is an integer it should I mean it is only taking integers right අපි integer එකක් කියලා අපි දාලා තියනවා නම් එයා integers විතරයි ගන්නෙ right එයා integers විතරයි ගන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ වගේ දෙයක් අපි දැන් මෙහෙම එන්ටර් කරා කියලා මොකුත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. වෙනවා. අර දෙක අයින් කරලා දාන්න පේනවද? ඇයි ඉතින් integer ගන්න. So like if you want to take an input, always you have to keep the appropriate variable after the scene, right? Scene එකෙන් appropriate variable එකට දාන්න ඕනේ. float එකක් ගන්නම් float එකක් තමයි දාන්න. integer එකට float එකක් ගන්න බෑ. Right? Understood? So here now, without doing this, it's better, right? It's better if we can print a message here. So then you can see what's like the user is expecting, the program expecting, right? So it's like we can give a message like enter a value for x. මේ වගේ පොඩි message එකක් අපිට දීලා තියන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට user දන්න නැත්නම් නිකන් cursor එක blink වෙවි තියනවා විතරයි. තේනවද? නැත්නම් නිකන් cursor එක blink වෙවි තියනවා විතරයි පේන්නේ. හැබැයි මෙහෙම message එකක් enter කළාම අපි දන්නවා මොකද්ද කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා. Right? Right, so you can see it like this, enter value for x. Then අපිට පොඩි guidance එකක් තියෙනවා. We have a guidance. Like in the program we say, okay, enter value for x. Right, so we have an idea what to do here. Right, so we have an idea what to do here. Right. So what we can do, enter value for x, and we can enter like this. Understood? So nothing happens. The scene command, whatever the value we are going to enter, it will assign it here. That's all. Right, so it's going to assign it here. Right? Got it? Understood? Right? So let me extend this code a bit. මම මේ code එක පොඩ්ඩක් modify කරන්න. මම value 1 කියලා දෙන්නම් එයාට. මම scene දෙකක් දානවා බලන්න. So let me include two scenes. Enter the value 1, enter the value 2, scene value 2, right? And then I'm going to print value 1 and both value 2s. Let me make these floats. So I'm going to declare two variables in float type called value 1 and value 2, right? Value 1 and value 2. And thereafter what I'm going to do, so the value 1 and value 2 are here, right? Two variables, float type variables. Float type variables are there. Yes, so the thing is now two variables are there, float type variables, two values, right? So two variables are there, and so we are going to get, first we are going to enter a message, right? Enter the value 1, then we are going to get that input to the value 1, right? And then the value 2, we are going to print a message, enter the value 2, then we are going to take that whatever the user input into the value 2, right? So let me like name this like 3.1 inputs, right? 3.1 inputs, and right? So let me enter 10 and 20. So it's taking it correctly, right? අපිට මේ confirm කරගන්න පුළුවන් හරියට මේක ගන්නවා කියලා. So you can see it like So first we are asking to enter the value 1, and that value will be, right? So that value will be, right? So first value is saved to value 1, and second value, enter the value, it will be saved to value 2. දෙවෙනියට enter කරන වෙලාවක value එක 2 එකට save කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි print කරලා බලුවාම දෙක හරියට print වෙලා තියෙනවා. Right? Okay, so then what I can do, right? Then what I can do here, without printing the value, right? So let me print like this. So a simple calculator. Right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, right? I'm going to take 2 variables, right, from the user, right? So I'm going to take 2 variables here from the user, and the first value will be taken into the value 1 variable, and the second value will be taken into the value 2 variable. Then using them, like as we did earlier, I'm going to take the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division respectively, right? So understood. So if I'm going to run this one, you can see the output like this. Right? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Right? So everything is given perfectly. Understood? Right? Got it? Now, so what you want to highlight here, what you need to get into your mind here is that we are using, like we have developed, we discussed about a new concept, new theory called seeing. How to take inputs from the user, from the keyboard to the program. Program එක ඇතුළට කොහොමද input එකක් ගන්නෙ, right? So that's using seeing. You can use the seeing command to take inputs the code, right? Understood. So any issues in seeing, anything to be clarified or anything to be discussed again? Yes, anyone? Yes. Okay, right. So please have a look on these things that we covered, right? So today we covered about variables, arithmetic operations, and how to take inputs from the C++ codes, right? So please have a look. And what I want from you, right? So I haven't give you any assignment or any task to be completed within this like first 2 days. And most probably on next week, we are not going to get anything. But at the end of the next week, we are going to get some tasks or some assignments. Since like I think we need to like get the theories done. Not the theories, but some kind of extent, up to some kind of extent, we need to cover these things. So that's why I like we need to get even at least 4 sessions in order to cover these, like some up to some extent, where you can answer, like where you can implement your codes on your own, right? yourself, right? ඔයාගේ තනියම කෝඩ් එකක් ගහන්න මේ week 4ක්වත් sessions 4ක්වත් කව වෙලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මොකද ගොඩක් දේවල් තියෙනවා අපිට තව කතා කරන්න. ඒවා ටික වුණාට පස්සේ ඔයාලා තනියම මේ ටික implement කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So what I'm expecting from you, please have a look on this week, right? So until when we are going until we are going to meet on next Thursday, what I'm expecting from you, download this software if you have not, and implement the course. I mean the codes that I implemented. No need to implement new codes. Just implement the codes that I implemented with you. මම වත් එක්ක ගහපු codes ටික ආපහු ගහලා බලන්න ගහලා පොඩ්ඩක් වෙනස් කරලා බලන්න. ඔයාලා ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා මේක වෙනස් කරොත් මේක මොනවා වෙයිද? මේක වෙනස් කරොත් මොකක් වෙයිද? මේක මෙතනට මෙහෙම දැම්මොත් මොකක් වෙයිද? Likewise, you have to play with these codes your own. එතකොට තමයි ඔයාලට සමහරට අහුන්නේ නැත්නම් අහුවෙන්නේ. Right? So then you are going to learn new things, right? If I code එක පොඩ්ඩක් ශ්‍රී ලංකාව බලන්න එතකොට බොහොම interesting මේ වැඩේ. Right? So in this week, what I'm expecting from you, get the codes that I did in these 2 sessions, right? In this week. So implement them your own, right? Yourself, and try to change these things and see what happens. Play with these codes and see what you can do. Right? So then you are going to get your own knowledge and the skill that I'm looking for, right? Okay, so with that, I will conclude the session for today. Right? So if you have any questions, please ask, and we will meet on next Thursday with some advanced concept like decision making and repetition. Yes, any issues, any concerns? Okay, so then thank you very much, and meet you on next Thursday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.